Hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to bury your drain, your downspout drain. So what you need first and foremost is your spray paint. It doesn't matter what color you use. I had white left over from a project. You're going to go ahead and lay out your 10-foot corrugated pipe, and you are going to mark down to see where you're going to cut out and trench your trench so they don't do way more than what you need to. You're going to need to keep the rest of your downspout that you took off from your downspout. You're going to need a hacksaw, a tape measure, screws, screwdriver, a 4-inch 90-degree elbow, and then this little guy here, I don't know what it's called, but it's right by the elbows, and it just fits right into the bottom of your drain spout here. First thing you want to do is take off your downspout, spray paint, and then it's trenching time. To dig your trench, you are going to want to, I have this little thing, it's a half moon edger thing. I've been using it a lot lately, as you can tell. And that's going to cut your sod out really nice as you go down. And then you're going to want to keep that sod and then use this trenching shovel. It will save your back so much work. So I strongly suggest getting it, but if you don't want to get it, then it's just extra hard work for you. This is what it looks like when the sod is removed. It's just about, I don't know, 2.5 inches of dirt and grass removed. So now I'm going to go ahead and trench out this. The trenching shovel is, I just did it the depth of that last time and it was good enough. When you choose your area that you want your drain to go, try and do it the path of least resistance. So I would have naturally gone straight this way, but all of my landscaping's in the way and I don't want to end my landscaping, so I just went down and around it. You want to do a 10-foot pipe so then it's furthest away from your foundation so the water isn't settled close to it. Other than that, I think I'm going to start trenching now. Alright, so I have my trench all dug up. I forgot to tell you, you need one more thing. You need this little pop-up drain emitter. It goes at the end of your corrugated hose over there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your elbow and you're going to place him down here in the ground. So you have that guy there, and then, so you can clearly see these two pieces do not fit together, right? So what you're going to do next is you are going to take a utility knife, and on this side down here, or you can use your hacksaw, you're going to cut off 1, 2, 3 of these little rings. So 1, 2, 3, and cut here. Alright, so you have your 3 little ring things that you cut off from over there, and you are going to place it over this so it clicks in there nice and fine. And then you are going to take screws. I used whatever screws I had here. I mean, probably get more fancy and actually use something you're supposed to use. Let's see if I can get this guy to sit up. Who knows? Okay. I'm going to screw 3 screws into this to keep it held. I'm going to screw one here, and one here. So then I have these all screwed in there so it's not going to come off. Then you're going to put this guy inside of your elbow. 2 seconds. Let me do that for you. Okay, so I have that in there, and then I'm going to put it in here and make sure that that goes straight down, and then this is adjusted the way I want it to go, but it's not right now. So I'm going to turn it just a smidge. Alright, so I have it turned how I want it to go, so I'm going to screw screws 1, 2, 3 on there to keep it even. You want this to be right at ground level, so then you don't have too much. A lot of people have this long black pipe, like this connects up here, but the way I'm doing it is where it will hide your, I mean, it'll look nicer with more white than a big black hose here. So let me go ahead and screw these in real quick, and then I will show you what we're going to do next. Alright, so now you're going to take your tape measure and you're going to measure from here, because you're going to hide the ugly, all the way to inside of this thing, so you know how much of that old drain pipe you're going to need, which I am going to need about 16 inches. Maybe, I'm actually going to do 15.5 inches. You're going to take your hacksaw and you're going to cut off 15 inches of the middle of that pipe, right, or your pipe you took off. Alright, so I cut my 15.5 inches on and I slid it up, and then I put this inside of it, so it goes down inside that little slip here. And now I'm going to use the sheet metal screws that I took from taking my downspout off, and I'm going to put one here, here, and here, one here, here, and here. And you see how that's level? See how this is level with my ground? That's exactly what I want. And then I'll show you the next step. Let me get those screwed in real quick. Alright, so I have all these screws in down here, and then I have the screws in up here. So now I'm going to take this pipe and put it in this little tubey thingy right here. It just clicks in. Alright, so I was really wrong about which way the pipe clicked in. It was the opposite end. That little narrowed clicky inside actually goes into your little drain emitter. So you put that in there, and then I am once again going to put some screws in here to make sure that this never comes off while it's in the ground, because that would be terrible to have to retrench this again. Alright, so I have this guy on down here, and I'm going to make sure he's flush with your ground level over here, so then it bubbles up underneath your grass, or like right above your grass line right here, so you don't have any weird drainage problems. I probably need to make that go up just a little bit more. Just add dirt underneath. As you can see, I've already started to do that because it wasn't at a good angle. So after you have this all filled in with dirt at the angle you need it to lift this up to the height you need, then you are going to want to put another couple screws in here just to make sure that nothing comes apart later on. And then you are going to break up the dirt that you have over here.
Mom?
Brooklyn, just a minute. You're going to break it up, and then you're going to put it in here and back in your trench. You are going to want to make sure you have a mound on the top of this, and then you put your sod back on, so your sod is not going to be flush, because if you make it flush, then this part will sink after it all gets watered in, and over time it'll sink in, and then you'll have dip. So make sure you had at least 20% more than what you need, so your other grass will be about on top of it. Charlotte, you're gonna fall in that trench. You need to get in closer. Like, you could do what I'm doing, and I'm having my kids help break up that dirt, so then I don't have to do it, and they think they're helping a lot, and they are, because then I don't have to do it. So after, just don't forget to make sure you do your 20% extra dirt on the top of it so it mounds above, or else you will get that dip later on. Also, after you're done laying your grass back on top, you're going to want to use a lot of water and water it back in and kind of squish it in, because all of your settling is going to happen underneath here where your tube isn't at anymore. You will have leftover dirt as well. Alright, so I have it all covered up with dirt. If you can see, it pretty much goes to the line of where the grass is, maybe a little under. And I packed it down. I stepped on it all the way down and back. So now I'm going to put my grass that's over there rolled up so nicely. Make sure you roll it up like that so then it doesn't dry out the roots or anything. So roll it up, and then you'll be able to roll it out really nice back into its place. Alright, and now you can see that my grass is actually sitting above my other grass, which is good because I'm going to go ahead and use a lot of water and go ahead and water it in. And then I'll show you. See, this guy is just right below my sod, so then when he waters in, it should be right at the grass level. Alright, so I put my sod back in there and overwatered it, and you can tell by all that. And then I just squished the seams inside. So for the next about week and a half, you need to make sure this stays watered. I would water it every day by hand quite a bit because you need to have your roots take back into the soil, or else the sun will kill this patch of grass. So make sure you water it very well. And so that is how you bury your downspout. See, look, you don't even see that black, barely. You won't in my landscaping, at least. So I only have 2 more to go. One being that one right there, and then I'm actually going to bury that sump pump tubing, and I'm not going to worry about the backyard yet. That'll be this fall. Alright guys, I hope that helped you guys figure out how to bury a downspout. Have fun!